Hello, today we'll be talking about conic section, and under that I'll be teaching you how to get the distance formula. So suppose we have 2 points, x1, y1, x2, y2, on a coordinate system. How do we find the distance between these 2 points? We use Pythagoras theorem. Let me make it easy. So let's say we have these are y-axis, our positive y-axis, and we have our negative y-axis. These are our negative x-axis, and we have our positive x-axis here. So right now, how we have x, let's say we have here to be y1, here to be y2, and we have here to be x2, and here to be x1. So suppose we have a point that says x1, y1, and we have 2 points, x2, y2. So it means that we'll join where this point means where x1 and y1 meet. So we trace it up and we find their meeting point, which is here. Then y2 and x2, they meet at this point. So now what they're asking us to find is find the distance between these 2 points. Now how do we go about it? From here we can pick, it looks like a triangle. This is where x2 and y2 meet, and this is where x1 and y1 meet. So we have a triangle. How can we find the distance between the points? Let's call the point D. Can use Pythagoras theorem. So it says that square of hypotenuse equal to the square of the opposite side and the adjacent side. So the distance between here and here is x2 minus x1. For us to get the distance between this from here to here, we have to get the value of x2 and the value of x1. So that's what we'll do here. x2 minus x1, and you know it's squared, plus the distance here, the square of the distance here. What's the square of distance here? Here is y1, y2, here is y1. So this distance becomes y2 minus y1. So it becomes this square equal to x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So how do we get d? D equal to the square root of everything here. So square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So this is how we arrive at the formula. This is how we have 2 points, and this is how we look for the distance between 2 points. Now we have understood how we got the formula. Let's try and solve one question. For this question, find distance between the points -2, 3, and 4 to -1. So we have this as our x1, y1, x2, y2. It's good to label it like this so that it'll be easier for you to solve. And I just drew this, a brief explanation, a graph to explain this point. Means your x1 is 2 meeting with 3. So we have a -2 here. This is the point where it meets with 3. And our second point is a +4 meeting with a -1. So these are the points. So we are asked, from here we can get a triangle, and so we are asked to look for the distance between these 2 points. Now we have the distance. It will be d equal to, remember our formula, x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. So now substituting the value of x2, x1, y2, y1, we have x2 is what? 4 minus x1 is -2 squared plus y2 is minus 1 minus y1 3 all squared. So d will be equal to square root of 4 minus times minus is what? Plus 2 all squared plus minus 1 minus 3 gives us minus 4 all squared. So our d becomes square root of 4 plus 2, 6 squared plus minus 4 squared. So it becomes square root of 6 squared is 36 plus 4 squared is 16. So our d becomes square root of 52. This is our answer, or in short form it can be 2 root 13. So this will be the distance between this point. We have the first point here and the second point here. The distance will be 2 root 13. If you learned something interesting in this video, kindly subscribe to this channel for more of this. Thank you.